Welcome to Tito Talks. My name is Lucas Anagnostopoulos. I'm a CEO, a chef, a baker, professional presenter, and an entrepreneur. And I welcome you to Tito Talks. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. Today, I'm going to talk to you about kindness, specifically an act of kindness. Have you ever thought what a random act of kindness could do for someone's life? Could do for someone's day? Could do for someone in the long run? When I was around 23, 24 years old, a couple of years ago, I was at Wendy's. I was getting my normal cup of soda for the day. I used to drink soda every day. It was horrible. But I was in there, and I noticed I had a little extra cash on me. So I'm like, I'll stand around, wait, see if I want any food or anything like that. And out of nowhere, these two very nice elderly females come in. They looked like grandmothers, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say, "Oh, you look nice, like nice grandparents." So I didn't. That has nothing to do with this. But yes, these two wonderful elderly females came in, and they start ordering their food, and I'm like, I have a little extra money on me, and I think the bill was like 15 something, and I'm like, I'm going to pay it forward. And I had no idea any of this was going to happen after. But what happened is I approached them, and I'm like, excuse me, do you mind if I pay for your food? I just want to be a kind person today and pay for your food. When I said that, one of the women collapsed to her knees and started crying. And I always get happy when I tell this story. And it reflects on me because I had no idea how that changed her life, both of their lives. So she is on her knees crying, completely broken down. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? Is it her birthday? Is it something happened? I have no idea at the moment. And her friend turns to me and says, thank you, that's very nice of you to do this. And then she tells her friend to go clean up herself in the bathroom. And while I'm paying for them, after I finish paying, her friend approaches me and said, about an hour and a half ago, she was just diagnosed with breast cancer. And I had no idea that had happened. I had no idea who these people were. It was just a random thing that I did. And it was a random act of kindness. And I ended up just buying soda, sitting in the restaurant, and making sure that they had a great meal and that they left happy. And that ended up turning into Friendly Fridays, which I do now. And it's inspired me to hopefully inspire you to go out and do an act of kindness somewhere to someone randomly. It could be as easy or as simple as just going up to someone saying, ma'am, or sir, or miss, or ma'am, or mister, or John, if you're in a grocery store and they wear name tags or whatever. I hope you have a fantastic day today. You have no idea that could flip their life completely around. They may have had the worst night. They may have just been broken up with. They may they might have been depressed. They might have been, you have no idea. But from my experience, I know that a simple act of kindness never goes unnoticed. Never goes left in the dark. And what I want to share with you is more about what happened afterward. So after that all happened, they both stood up after she cleaned herself up. They had a nice meal. I was still drinking my soda, just making sure that they're doing all right, making sure that I didn't like do anything and like to upset them, and it was all right and everything. And then they both come over and say thank you, and um, it made me feel joyful and happiness and loved and cared for. And it's like I'm glad that they know that there's someone still in the world that they can turn to if they ever have to. Um, they kind of know where to find me. And it's like I'm at Wendy's, and it's something that they didn't expect. It's something that I didn't expect was going to happen. It's something that I did not plan. It was just amazing and so touching. And now wherever I go, I try to do a simple act of kindness at least once a week, twice a week. Could be, I've done other ones. Valentine's Days, I've given out roses as well as tulips and chocolates and cookies. If you check out my Instagram, at ChefLuke25, at ChefLuke25, you can see what I did for Valentine's Day this year, and then what I'm doing for a documentary production about kindness. I was giving out donuts, free donuts, and, well, munchkins, not donuts, but I was giving out free food. And if you check out New England Tech's Instagram, at New England Tech Instagram, I made it on there as doing just a random act of kindness, giving out cookies, chocolates, and flowers for random females, random males. Let's say I had some people come up and actually give me back some money, which I was not expecting at all. That's one thing I was not expecting at all. And when I see an act of kindness from a student who takes out his wallet and pulls out like $5 and says, take this, I'm not letting you not take this for doing what you've done today. It made me feel joyed. It made him feel joyed. And it was wonderful. And I was absolutely amazed at what happened after that. Because, number one, I had no intentions of making my school's Instagram. I had no intentions of getting paid back by random strangers who I had given out flowers to. All because of me being kind and showing that there's someone out there at that school, at New England Tech, located in East Grand, Rhode Island, that is able to provide happiness, joyfulness, and kindness throughout a school community. And this all took place, unfortunately, on February 14th, which was also the shooting in Parkland, Florida. And it was that I couldn't have chosen a better day to spread the love, spread the caring, spread the kindness around to people. And in the end of that, I went home feeling amazed and grateful and happy and loved and cared for. And because I knew that that day I had made so many other people's days. I know I had someone come up and say, "Oh, I forgot to get flowers for my mother and my sister." That's fine. Come take a rose if you want. Come take 2 roses, one for your mom, one for your sister. Do you want a tiny bouquet? I can put a little tiny bouquet together for you. And he was shocked that I had offered him 2 roses. And they asked me how much that cost. I'm like, there's no price. It's free. And he looked at me like I had 10 heads. But it was me just being kind, being nice, being joyful, being happy, saying that, hey, I'm here. I'm here for you. I had the money to spend. And I'm just trying to spread love in the school. That people are able to do simple little things for other people to change their life around. Now, all this put into one is a little phrase that I love. A simple act of kindness creates an endless ripple. So an act of kindness that you do is like when you drop a pebble into a river. It's when you drop a bobber from a fishing boat into the ocean or into a lake, because you create ripples. Every ripple that goes out will eventually, somehow, crazily, randomly, normally will make its way back to you. It will inspire you to do things that you never thought were possible. It will inspire you to show up at class one morning and just say, Mr. Instructor, I hope you have a fabulous day today. You have no idea what that could do for him. You have no idea what that could do for a student. You have no idea what that could do for anyone, because you don't know their background, their life, anything about them. I mean, even your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, anyone. In the morning when you get up, if let's say you have a husband, you have a wife who's going off to go to a job in the early morning. Let's say she's a pilot or a news reporter or a photographer for a newspaper or something like that. Husband turns to her as she gets up. Hey, sweetie, I hope you have a fabulous day today. You may have just made her day. Yes, you are married. Yes, you could have kids. Yes, you could be boyfriend, girlfriend. But guess what? Even still, if you tell someone to have a fabulous day, you could have just been the nicest person all day. Let's say that you have a job in the fast food industry. You get a sandwich wrong. You're brand new at the job. Someone comes up to you, swearing angrily, fists flailing around, and just loses it in front of you, at you, for one little mistake that you made on a sandwich. But you remember that morning, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whoever it may have been, your child said, Mom, I hope you have a great day. Sweetie, I hope you have a fabulous day. That'll take you back and be like, hey, even though this one person is being a pain in my tush right now, I know that my husband, my child, my kids, my wife, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, they still care about me. They wish me to have a fabulous day. And it's just one little ripple or one little bump in the smooth lake. Now, when you create a ripple of kindness, you create a ripple of love. You create a ripple of enjoyment. You create a ripple of happiness and pleasantness and peacefulness. And what that means is you have power to help promote, help generate, and help thrive this community. Could be a school, could be a workplace, could be a town that's down, just depressed, sad, and not wanting to work. But you have the power to turn it around and just do a tiny little random act of kindness and have it take off into something bigger. Now back to one of my events I did, like giving out flowers. One of the upper heads of the school, admissions office came, I think it was admissions office came to me, saw what I was doing, and she's the one that put me on Instagram. And then she also notified the local news station. which is something I did not expect from me just giving out flowers. It was like, oh my god, if the news crew comes here, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna react? What's gonna happen? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. But guess what? Even though they didn't show up that day, I still felt fabulous and happy that I was able to do something that might have made the news. That might have been a top story. That showed that someone at New England Tech is trying to spread the love and the joy to everyone in the community. Now let's talk about the workplace and how to spread joy in the workplace. So let's say you work in an office with like 6 to 10 cubicles and you have like 4 floors of this. Let's say you start off, you have a little extra money on Friday. I call it Friendly Friday. So what I do, I'll normally go out to Dunkin', go out to Starbucks, go somewhere, purchase something, just a little bite to eat, or maybe donuts, and bring them in. And be like, hey guys, my name's Luke, and I just want to wish everyone a fantastic, fabulous, friendly Friday. Make sure you use that term, Friendly Friday, because number one, you're spreading the word friendly, meaning that you're nice. You're able to spread friendliness to people. Number two, you're showing them that you're generous and you're able to provide. Now, what this does is it makes you be more connected with other people, co-workers, managers, owners, operators, everyone else. Now, let's say you do it for the first floor where you work only. And then someone from the second floor comes down to print out something or pick something up and notices and asks one of the workers, hey, where'd the donuts come from? Oh, Janet. Janet brought them in and said, it's Friendly Friday. And you might have just sparked something in the person from the second floor to do the same thing next Friday. Or maybe even this Friday. This exact same Friday. He may take his lunch break or her lunch break and go out and go buy bagels, go buy donuts, go buy something that makes sense. And be like, hey, first Janice on the first floor is doing this. My name's Jim and I'm going to do it too. I want to wish everyone a fantastic, friendly Friday afternoon. So I brought you guys some bagels. I know you're my coworkers and stuff, and I just thought it would be nice and friendly. But every single time that does it, you advance. And as you advance, people see that you're kind, you're able to do it, and you inspire other people. And that's the ripple effect. What you do ripples off on other people. As water ripples out, it bumps into things. Weeds, fish, frogs, lily pads, anything in the way. Could be a kayak, could be a canoe, could be a fishing line, could be a floating turtle, swimming turtle, could be frogs, could be a lily pad, could be anything. But now let's say take that into people. When you do a simple act of kindness, it ripples out as well. And as you do it, every person that takes a part of whatever you're giving out or you're doing, that ripple hits them. And it can inspire them. It can help them achieve an act of kindness of their own. Back to what I was talking about before when I was giving out flowers. You don't know that people may pay you back. I was not expecting that at all, once again. And it was fabulous. I almost started crying on that day because I just didn't have any thought of me being paid back for something that I had done out of the kindness of my heart. And after that happened, it was like, oh my God, I ended up making some amount of money, which I then used for the next Friendly Friday, it was Wednesday, so I used it that Friday to hand out free donuts. All that money I made that day, randomly, from random people. I had no idea who they are, except maybe a few. Like an instructor of mine. He came by and he gave me $10. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. He's like, hey, no, thank you for sharing the kindness and joy of your personality, in your knowingness, in your ability to share the joy and spread the love here at New England Tech. Sorry for the light change, the camera light just died. But what ends up happening is I was shocked. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to put this money to good use. I'm not spending it on myself. I'm not going to keep it. I might give some of it away to a charity. I might do another event with it. So what do? I buy the donuts, and I do that on Friday. And be like, why did you do this? I'm like, I gave flowers away on Valentine's Day, as well as chocolates and cookies. And now I used the money that I had gotten there to provide money for the donuts. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm like, thank you. But guess what? It's not amazing to me. It's just an act of kindness I'm doing. It's just something that I really wanted to achieve. I really wanted to get out there. I thank you so much for tuning into this episode of kindness and what it can do. And just remember, a simple act of kindness creates an endless ripple. I'm Tito, signing off. If you have any questions about this episode or any other episode, please feel free to drop me an email at scubadivershbl@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Instagram at chefluke25. Enjoy your day, and remember, a simple act of kindness creates an endless ripple. This is Tito, signing out.